2019 and 2020 completely changed the way that most of us do business. For many, it sped quite a few things up. And for others, well, they had to do things that actually they'd never done before to reach more customers and more clients. Part of that was the plethora of businesses that wanted some sort of income and wanted to retain their ideal customers and clients while still helping solving their problems. They arrived at the membership model for businesses, and some did it really well. Some did it atrociously badly. So if you want to know how to do it properly, well, I've got just the man. Ryan Carruthers knows more than a few things about memberships and marketing, as well as turning your lead magnets into membership, what to put in a membership group, how to get members into your group, retention, and how to build a business on your very own terms. He also says that he wants to make sure that this show and this episode goes down as one of the all-time greats. Absolutely no pressure then. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Ryan Carruthers. Hello Ryan, how are you, fella?
I am very good, buddy. How are you?
I am good. Look, let's get stuck straight into this.
Yeah.
About memberships and all this sort of stuff. At the top of the show, I've been saying that effectively people have had to do things very, very differently. And people have had to, I hate this word, by the way, pivot their business into still trying to serve their customers and their clients and show them value, and still trying to help them solve their problems. And a lot of them turned to memberships. Some did it really well. Some did it really badly. What are the three things that if you're going to do a membership site, you should do or try and do really well?
Oh, great question and great intro as well. Let's make sure I stick to what was built and make sure I smash it then. But you're totally right there. And we were chatting before we recorded about how businesses have had to change and what they've had to do. And if you think about what happened in the world, we won't go into it, but everybody lacked that sense of community. Everybody lacked that sense of connection with other people. And that, in effect, is what a membership is. It is a collective community trying to achieve a desired result. So that's the first thing that we need to know that we're going to do well, is it's got to be a community. It's got to be a safe space for people to come in and actually get that result. So you, as the community owner, you have to make sure that's a safe space. So you have to do a little bit of work. You have to show people what to do, tell them the best places to go. Just like when you go to a really, really good hotel, and when you mention that, everybody knows which hotel they've been to, where they've just literally felt so at home in that hotel the second they've walked through the door. That's what you've got to do with your membership. That's the first thing. The second thing is you've actually got to provide value. Like, you've got to give something in exchange for people's money, because they're not going to stick around if not, because people are fundamentally motivated by their own self-interest. They have a problem. They want it solved. They've looked to you to go, please, Ryan, solve my problem. I've got to try and help them solve that problem. That's what I've got to do. And then number three, you've just got to show up. Like, you cannot just dump people in a Facebook group and drop in when you feel like it because you want that. And I hate that passive income. Ugh, it's just not, that isn't the world. You've got to actually do some work. So you've got to want to do that. But here's the kicker, that you won't see this yet if you haven't got a membership or it's very small. That's the hidden benefit. Like, the day you get an email or a message from one of your members going, Ryan, I did that thing and wow, it worked. I got one of them recently. A lady came to me and she said, I need 15 grand a year. I was like, whoa, that's very specific. Very, very specific. Why do you want 15 grand a year? My son's autistic. That's his school fees. Okay, well, let's crack on then. 6 weeks with me, she added £4,800 to her bottom line. Just because she did the work, she showed up. That, when I got that message, and she's grown her membership 30%, her email list 40%. When I got that message, wow, that was a great day for me. I went to go for a run. I flew round. It's like flew round. So yeah, there are three things that you need to know.
I totally get that with memberships. My mastermind for 2022 was just opened up, and we had our first session a couple of weeks ago, actually. And I got an email, and I won't name them, but they paid for the entire year up front, and that's great. And just they did two things from the first session, and not only have they paid for the membership for the year, they've actually 10 times it just by doing two things. And they just went, wow, it was so simple. That was just ridiculous. But they've had 10 times that income come into the bank. And I know how much that is. And that's not a 4-figure, that's a 5-figure sum. And so, you're always going to be proud for that. And I just want to touch on the passive income. Why do people think memberships are passive income? Because I hate that too, because I also believe that it's like a lot of these pyramid model businesses where they call those passive incomes, and actually you've got to work damn hard to get some money. Why do memberships fall into passive income?
I think it's because people see it as you've got this group of 500, whatever it is, people paying you X amount a month, and you do like less hours than you would probably work in, but they don't see everything that goes into that. I've got 2 memberships, one's 10 years old, and that has a lot of members in it, but it's not passive. And I wouldn't look at any of the work I've done for that and gone, God, that was passive. So I think they feel because people just pay you recurring, they get complacent with it and think it's actually easy when it's not. And I always think the work actually starts when you've got that member. Getting the members is actually easy. A lot of people think that's the hard bit. It's keeping them. And it's not insurmountable. That's my lack of sleep talking there. I've got a 9-month-old, and she's teething, and it's loads of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, full sympathy for that. Full sympathy for that, man.
But it's just, you've got to do the work. But it's work you love, so it's not actually work. But I think it's just because they see, oh, well, you've got Stripe recurring payments of X. Oh, that's great. That's really, really passive. It's like,
So let's work this backwards, because I quite like it, because you actually sort of like said retaining them is harder than actually gaining them. So let's just work this backwards. So to retain them, sort of like a couple of tips there on how to retain your members. Once they're paying you X amount per month, they're paying you X amount per year. Mm-hmm. How do you keep them in that membership going forward?
Oh yeah, great question, and very, very simple. So the first thing you need to do is just wow them as soon as they come in. The most underutilized real estate online is a thank you page. How many times have you bought something and you've gone to a thank you page and it goes, yeah, cheers, thanks, I've got your money. It feels like it's got your money, don't really care, see you soon. It's like that is your first step to actually wowing that person. So very, very simple. You could have a video on there just telling them exactly what it's going to look like when they get into the membership, so they're not scared. Because a lot of people, like you seem very much like me, very confident, so you wouldn't be too worried walking into a room of people you don't know. But we're not normal. So the normal people, they don't like doing that. So show them what it's going to look like. Like when you go to a new school and the teacher brings you in and goes, oh, Jimmy, you're going to be looked after by Johnny, because Johnny is confident. Johnny knows all the other kids. He's going to look after you. So then you feel safe. So you do something like that. You just show them what it looks like, show them where the school canteen is, etc. And then you follow that up with your emails as well. So think about that hotel. I went to a really, really good hotel in Huntington Beach, my favorite hotel in the world, Kimpton Shawbreak. I walk in the door, give them my name. Hello, Mr. Crothers, welcome. Have you had a nice journey here today? So, whoa, straight away, it's like, disarm me. Oh, yeah, it was really good. We came in, okay, well, I'm here to welcome you to the hotel. They just took me through everything. So we do free coffee in the morning. It's just over there. You'll see it. You come down here, just go over there. You'll get your free coffee. Oh, right, cool. We also have a service at the hotel where we give you everything that you need to go to the beach. All you need to do to get that is to come to this desk and we will give you that. Ask us what you need. Here's a list of what we've got. oh, wow, see what they're doing. They're taking away my objections. Here's a list of what they've got. I don't have to go wonder what they've got, feel scared about it. I can take that list away and go, we need this, this, and this. I know where the coffee is. I know everything that's happening. Just do the same on an email sequence. But write them how you'd speak to your friend. How would you text your friend? Hey, everything okay? Those kinds of messages. And then they're in the membership. Just keep that service to the top. So send them a message. If they haven't commented on the welcome thread, send them a message, give them a link to the welcome thread and go, hey, notice you're new here. Here's one of the best places to start. Boom. Keep doing it. Keep doing that. And then start to tell them, once they've been in the membership a little bit, tell the members what's coming next. What's coming next month? What's coming the month after that? If you planned those kind of things out, tell them what's coming next, because we all want to do that. How many times has somebody seen a poster from Netflix for a show that they binge watched with their partner or on their own or whatever, and text it to a friend and gone, oh my God, have you seen this is coming back next month? Why do you think Netflix do it? They know you're not going to leave, but it keeps you there, the anticipation, and then deliver on what you said you're going to do. So you can do things like have a weekly wins check-in post. So ask members what the small win that they got for the last 7 days was. It builds that sense of community. That's what you're doing. You're building that sense of community all of the time. You're giving them the result. You're checking in with them. Just keep doing that, and then you'll be absolutely fine. And then these 3 questions will change your membership life. Just ask, if there was one thing I was going to take away from this place, what would you miss the most? One thing I took away, what would you miss the least? And what do you want more of? But warning, there is a warning that comes with those questions. If you do not tell people what you're going to do with the answers from those questions, they'll never give you proper feedback again. So very simple, ask those questions, go through the feedback, don't let it upset you. Put a video in your membership. Thank you very much, guys, for all of this feedback. It was brilliant. What I'm going to do here is I've taken it all in. This is my plan to change this membership based on your feedback. Do that. And then the one last thing, look at your support that you get. So if somebody has been a member for 5 days and consistently after 5 days on day 5, you're getting support emails going, Ryan, I cannot find this. Where is it? Okay. You might want to make an email that goes out on day 2, 3, or 4 that shows people where that is. So just start plotting the journey, because guess what? It's going to reduce your support issues. It's also going to improve customer satisfaction, which is what you want. It'll increase retention. I did an exit survey on my membership, everybody that's left. Why did they leave? And then I went deep on that. So only 20% of people filled that out from the 100% of people that went there. So I chased down 80% of the people to see if it actually mirrored up as well. So just remember that. Have an exit survey. If you do that, my experience tells me that the 80% of the people that didn't fill it in had the same issues as the 20%. They just didn't verbalize it. So then you know what to change.
Oh, okay. I love that. Love that. That's fantastic. Dude, you talk about lead magnets and how to get members. I hate the phrase lead magnets, but it's probably the best thing that sums it up. Give us an example of how you can get members by using a very simple lead magnet.
Yep. So very, very simple. I'm also with you. Lead magnet. It just sounds a bit, but like you say, it's the best thing we've got. So let's take, for example, you are a Facebook ads consultant. You do Facebook ads. You smash Facebook ads. You're really, really, really good at Facebook ads. You will have some Facebook ads, or the way you write them, the way you create creative pictures for the ads that works. So you could put that in a little PDF that could be downloaded by people. Okay, there's your lead magnet. Straight away, 10 ads that work, that have brought in me £200,000 in revenue for free to join my email list. So you know that people downloading that are probably going to be stuck with Facebook ads, or they want to get better at Facebook ads. So that's the first step. So you need to know where they're at in the journey and where you're going to take them to. So the first step is the lead magnet. Then you create an email sequence that helps them out, that gives them more value, that gives them the result that was promised from the lead magnet. So if you said, I'm going to give you 10 creators or 10 ads that work, check in with them. Ask them if they're struggling with those ads. Just on an automated email sequence and then reply to every email. Then you can start to build that know, like, and trust factor up. You can start to give them bonus training. You can start to give them podcast episodes you've been on, or YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, all of those kind of things. Build that relationship up with them, and then you can drop your membership into that. So if you don't have a lead magnet, or you just have a lead magnet right now, if you're the Facebook ads example, you're going, well, I'm working freelance Facebook ads. I've got a few clients that's doing well. I'm making enough money, but I really would like to teach. I'll have a membership where you go, okay, what am I currently doing? Well, we've got that ads example now. So you give that out. Well, the next step is you're getting people that don't know what they're doing with ads. So you could create a membership that has training in it, how to set up your first ad, how to make sure the Facebook pixel is set up correctly, what type of ads work best, what type of creative works best. So you're in effect teaching people to become a very, very good client, the kind of things that you would want your clients to have. So you just need to think about, when you're crafting these lead magnets, where are they now and where do you want to get them to? You know, the Frank Kern has one of the best ways to describe this ever. You're on Heaven Island. You're living a great life. They're on Hell Island. What are 3 steps that they need to take to get to you? And what are those steps look like? So if they're rubbish at Facebook ads, well, they need to write better Facebook ads. Boom. They need to know how to set up Facebook ads better. 2, the next step. So the first step is the lead magnet. The second and third step are inside of your membership. And that's exactly what I would do.
Love that. Absolutely love that, man. That's fantastic. One of the other aspects, and you've already touched on it in some of your other answers, is email marketing. Now, some people think that email marketing is dead. And I know you have a slightly different slant on this.
Those people are idiots.
Well, that's not just a slight different slant. That's a completely different slant. But when it comes to email marketing, it's become a bit vanilla. If I'm honest, from where I see it, and I get an awful lot of emails that come into my inbox every day for people trying to flog me something. And it's very much a case is woe is me. They want to tell me their entire life story, about how they once burnt their tongue on a Costa coffee before they went on stage in front of 20 people at the local WI. Doesn't really mean anything to me, and I'm never going to buy anything from you because of it. But they've become a little bit samey. What are your tips for great email marketing?
Oh, yes. I love emails. Emails are the absolute best thing ever. And I think the reason that it's become samey is people are out there teaching samey stuff, and they just don't understand it. So, in fact, one of my members pays to have templates. He teaches people in the army in America to go up the ranks. And the people that are teaching him email marketing are telling him to put GIFs and jokes into those emails.
Yeah, that's cool. How not to read the room, really, I would suggest, isn't it?
Exactly. You're walking into a very, very serious room and you're dropping jokes and GIFs. It's just not going to work. So the first thing you've got to know is your people. Like, you've got to know your people. We've all read stuff where we've done the old Dan Kennedy nod, as he called it, where it's like, yeah, this is me. This is me. But Dan Kennedy, one of the best copywriters ever, understood people. And that's all it is. You've just got to understand people. What do they want? What actually motivates them? What upsets them? What makes them angry? By the way, you can get all of this information in the millions of free Facebook groups out there. And also go to your competitors' YouTube channels, click videos, go to all videos most popular, and just read the comments. Don't even watch them. Just read the comments. This is where you're going to get all this gold for your emails, which makes it totally different to those other people teaching you, go and buy a Costa, burn your tongue on it, write a story about it, tell me how you got a life lesson from it. It's just no one can relate to that. So be relatable and think about, how do you talk to your friends? You're just like, yo, what are you doing? You all right? What are you up to this weekend? Just like, that's how you talk on emails. Just keep it really, really simple. I'll give you a couple of great resources for this as well. If you go to Hemingway Editor, it's a free resource on the internet. You put your emails in there, it will tell you what grade they are at. You want to be a grade 5 or lower, which means every single person listening to this can write an email at grade 5 or lower. And if you can't, it tells you what to take out. So you just get rid of it. and it makes your email simple. It will make you a better copywriter, full stop. That's all you need to think about. And then just be conversational. Ask questions that you actually care about the answers. So my best performing email, I haven't changed for over 10 years because it works, and it works so well. It's the first email I send people when they join my list. You plus me equals the dynamic duo is the subject line. And it's just, hey, totally different to every other email list you've ever been on. You don't have to ignore the rest of my emails because I'm not actually going to sell you in 5 to 7 days like everybody else is. I just want to know, what is your biggest problem when it comes to X? I get so many replies to that. Yeah, it's not scalable. But I don't care because I get so much information back from people. And that also then links into retaining more members. Because I'm quite to the point. If you're not the right fit for my membership, I'm going to tell you because I don't want you to waste your money. So if we get into a dialogue and you're like, Ryan, I am in, and this genuinely happens all the time, Ryan, I'm in X competitors program or X competitors membership, but I have been loving your YouTube or your podcast or whatever it is. I've been thinking about jumping to you. Then they'll ask me a question like, what is that makes you different? And then I always reply with, what are you looking for? Because I can tell you what I think is great about my membership, but it's like, it's nothing. If I walk into PC World and they just pounce on me and just try and sell me a telly, but I'm in there for a laptop, they've lost me. So just be conversational. Be conversational and just have a laugh with it and enjoy it, but understand your audience and don't overthink it. Most people will write social media posts all day long. Like they'll go, oh, like a lot of my members, they go, oh, I've got these amazing Facebook pages, like 2, 3, 400,000 people on it, but I don't know how to send emails. And I go, how many posts do you write? Oh, sometimes 2 or 3 a day. All right. Why don't you just use some of those as your emails then? Well, I can do that. Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? It's strange. 2 things out of that is, one, I used to be one of those people that used to jump from behind a fridge freezer and go, would you like any help, please, sir? And I never did actually sell somebody a TV whilst they were trying to look at a vacuum cleaner. Never did that. The second thing is, it's really interesting the fact that you said something about it doesn't matter whether it's scalable. And I think for people in my position, or idiots like me, as I like to refer to business coaches, is that we do make some false assumptions about processes and systems, that we try and make them almost as automated as possible. But what you've sort of said there has really hit home with me, in the fact that I found myself saying this a couple of weeks ago on the mastermind, which was, I don't agree with the phrase knowledge is power. All right. I agree with the phrase knowledge is power if you do something with it. And I love the fact that actually by not having something so automated that you can't do anything with it is an absolute beaut of a hint and a tip there, because all that extra knowledge that you're getting, all those answers to those questions that you're getting, gives you more ammunition for further on down the line. Because I'm guessing, maybe I'm making an assumption, so please say that if I'm wrong, and especially over the last couple of years where everything's freaking changed, is that the answers to some of those questions has changed over the last 10 years. So by them changing, you're keeping up to date, because otherwise you're making a false assumption of what the problems are. Would I be right? Or would I be completely talking out my backside?
No, you are so right. And it is. So we spoke as well about the government before and how they're out of touch. This is like using emails and doing it this way is the best way to keep your business in touch with your customers, because you are right at the coalface. I actually say as well on my content, email me, give you my email, do it now. It's ryan@themembershipmastery.com. If you're stuck with something, email me. You don't have to be a member for me to help you. So we take away some of those barriers. I help you, give you an answer to your question and find out where you're at now, because it's just a snapshot of the world now. It might change, and seeing those change and seeing the people evolve, and just that is one of the things that I will always, always, always do. I always read my emails, because it keeps me relevant. It keeps me consistent with what's happening. And I'm not one of these people that learnt a thing and now trying to sell a thing. It's like I learnt a thing, I do a thing every day. I will stay relevant and only share with you what I know that I do that works. If you want to use that, great. But some of it's not scalable, and I'm going to tell you that. But it's like it just keeps you on the ground as well. It keeps you humble and it keeps you learning and interacting all of the time.
Is there right? You're probably going to go about against something that I've been saying for a couple of years, so you're probably going to shoot me down, and I'm sat here ready to be shot down. Is there a best day to be sending out emails? Because I was always led to believe that the best day to send emails were Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday. But has that changed again because of what's happened in the last couple of years, or is that still roughly the same?
So let me ask you a question. How many days a week do you check your emails?
I would say 5 days a week, because I try not to check them on a Saturday and a Sunday. So when it comes to Monday, I tend to clear out a lot of crap first thing in the morning.
So you check your emails every day, but you've been told there's a best day to send them, but you're in the app every day checking your emails.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You see, that's what I mean. I was here to be proven wrong. I have just been proven wrong.
It's just the relationship. It's like if someone texts you who you want to speak to, you're going to reply to that text. You're going to open it and read it. If not, you'll probably ignore it. It's the exact same with your emails.
I love that. There you go. See, I've been blown out of the water. I was always told, and it was, again, this is why I love talking to different experts from all over the planet, was that it got to a Monday morning, and most people would clear out their inbox from the weekend because they didn't want to deal with it, and would probably start looking at proper emails again on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then on Friday afternoon clear out their inbox again because they didn't want to deal with it until following week anyway. So I'm glad that you've shot me out the water with that. I really do appreciate that. Last but not least, and it's in your bio. So I feel that this very serious subject needs to be spoken about as we come to the end of this podcast. I really need you to make me understand why you like Taylor Swift. I genuinely, I don't get it. I really don't. I'm only 47. I'm not 97. But, you know, I need to understand your secret. It's not even a secret now because I've just told the world. But your love for Taylor Swift. Please explain yourself as a young man to why you like Taylor Swift.
Well, I mean, firstly, there's the obvious, like just look. It's like, okay. But I'm a country music fan. Like I love the new country stuff. And that was one of the artists that I first got into, like way back when. And also, if I put these headphones on that I'm wearing and I play certain songs, they take my frequency up to a level where it's like, I am going to smash the hell out of this copy if I listen to that song. So I've got a few that are like my go-to songs. But
okay, so what go-to songs are they then? Because then, we're sharing the knowledge, we're sharing the love here. You never know, there might be at least two more people that might listen to Taylor Swift. Me not being one of them, probably. But what are these tracks that make you go and smash it out of the park? Come on, share the knowledge.
So we need Taylor Swift. We need "The Story of Us," which is like massive, like so good. My wife has just come in and frowned at me as well. She knows that I love listening to Taylor Swift. So yeah, The Story of Us, and then All Too Well, especially the new 10-minute version. That's like
10 minutes. Gordon Bennett, War of the Worlds wasn't that long, was it?
Oh, you put that on and you're writing copy. I'm like that. I'm off. I'm done. I'm in the zone. I'm like done.
There you go. Oh well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go and smash something out of the park, go to your favorite music provider app and download some Taylor Swift. And should either you become more depressed or not getting anything smashed out of the park, please don't complain to me. All of Ryan's details will be in the show notes, and please complain to him. In fact, write him an email and complain to him about it. There you go. You see, or write him an email and discuss your love of Taylor Swift. There you go. Another way to increase your email list. Talk about Taylor Swift. What a random question. Right. Okay, Ryan, where can people find out more about you, my friend?
Well, I think the first place we better start is email, because I've banged on about it and I've really sort of put my stake in the ground. So you can email me if you're stuck with anything, marketing, email, membership, whatever it is, ryan@themembershipmastery.com. I also do have a podcast. I don't talk about Taylor Swift too much on it, but if you want me to, I will. Just search for the Membership Mastery on all of your major providers. And then if you actually want to join my email list, I won't send you any rubbish, I promise. Although I did send a Harry Potter email out today, which I thought was pretty good. You go to themembershipmastery.com, you'll see a box, chuck your email in there, and I'll send you some good stuff. Like, I think my offer at the minute, my freebie, is that I'll give you everything you need to make your membership offer so good people cannot say no to it. That's all free.
That is absolutely fantastic offer. Thank you so much, Ryan, for spending some time with us. We really do appreciate it. All of Ryan's stuff will be in the show notes. So if you didn't catch all of that, there'll be links and stuff like that in the show notes, depending on whether you're watching this or listening to it. It's all there. Don't worry about it. Ryan, stay safe. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us on this early Monday morning. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. Cheers.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go listen to some Taylor Swift.
And that is it for this particular podcast. I hope you got a stack of information from that. I know I did. Please go and check Ryan out. It's absolutely amazing and fantastic. And hopefully he's going to be a guest coach in one of my mastermind groups going forward this year, imparting knowledge on memberships and email marketing. I am Mark Ford. You have been brilliant. For more information about me, my masterminds, and all the stuff that I do, don't hesitate to go to www.markford.uk. That's www.markford.uk. All the links and stuff to follow me and Ryan are all in the show notes. Until next time, stay safe, be brilliant, and I'll see you very soon.